What's going on today, YouTube? It's me, Shutting on Gameplays, and I've got a really badass video. Yesterday night, we officially reached 200 subscribers on my channel, y'all. And if you watched my last subscriber milestone video, you'll see that just a month and a half ago, I had 100 subs, bro. Like, my channel is fucking going, bro. And like, here lately, like, I know that my content hasn't been the best by like views wise from what I'm looking at, but it's the fact that I know that y'all guys are still liking my shit and y'all are commenting on my videos, which makes me so fucking happy, man, because y'all guys give me the feedback that I need to become a better content creator. And then I have so many supportive commenters on my channel, bro, that thank me all the time for making these decks and making these videos. And people say that I bring them back to their childhood when I make videos on this game. And it really warms my heart, man. Like, it makes me so proud to be a content creator. To know that there are people out there that I can touch in a specific way. Like, I can bring back old memories that have been locked away for a long time because of our everyday lives as adults. Us paying bills and going to work and having to do our jobs. It's getting in touch with your kid side again, and I'm so happy that I can do that, man, and I can bring some people joy and I can make people laugh. And at the end of the day, man, it just makes being a content creator worth it. Like, you guys make it worth making these videos every single day. Y'all make me so proud to be a content creator, and I wanted to tell you guys just thank you so much for everything that y'all do. Like, I know it doesn't seem like much because you get all these thank you videos all the time on YouTube with people who are getting all these subscribers, and it's like a half-hearted video. Like, they're just saying thank you and then they play a video game. That's not what I'm gonna do, man. You guys have made it possible for me to become a content creator because I'm getting all this feedback from you guys. Like, I just want to let you guys know that I love every single one of you out there who comes to my channel and just has a good time. Like, I really do. I love every single person who's ever subscribed. I remember my first subscriber when I made fucking Skyrim videos on this channel 4 years ago, and I never forgot him. And there's a reason I didn't. He told me that when your channel starts blowing up, to give him a shout out. So, Celeste, I hope you can hear this, man. Thank you for being my first subscriber ever, dude. I really appreciate you, and it meant the world to me when you first subscribed to my channel and you commented, man, your stuff's hilarious, and I know that one day you're going to be a big YouTuber, and it's finally starting to pay off, man. So thank you for being my first subscriber, and thank you for paving the way for what my channel is now, man. I really do appreciate you, and it's because of you that I kept being a content creator and kept uploading. You gave me hope. You gave me the realization that I can do this, man. So thank you so much for the bottom of my heart, and thank you guys for 200 subscribers. Alright, you guys, as I promised for my 200 subscriber video that I would do my new and updated Dark Magician deck. And this deck is honestly fucking phenomenal. It is much different from my Dark Magician deck that I used to run. I don't have a lot of the cards I used to have. I have swapped out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've replaced 15 cards in this deck to make you guys this Dark Magician deck. And on my original file, I've gone to platinum with this deck. It's fucking crazy. Now, the only reason why I can't use it is I'm trying to grind on this file, and honestly, I don't have the patience to be swapping back and forth between my multiple accounts. And honestly, this is the better version of the deck I have on that account. So this is going to be my new primary Dark Magician deck. It consists of 3 Dark Magicians, 3 Magician Souls, 2 Magician's Rods, my bad, 2 Magician's Rods, 2 Dogmatica Excella, 1 Dark Magician Girl, 2 Apprentice Illusion Magicians, only one Magician of Dark Illusion, 2 Eyes of Timaeus, 1 Bond Between Teacher and Student, 2 Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Now this fucking card is ridiculous in a deck that predominantly only runs Spellcasters aside from your extra deck. And even then, a lot of your fucking extra deck cards are Spellcasters. So if you have a Spellcaster on your field and you activate Secret Village of the Spellcasters, it stops them from being able to use spell cards indefinitely. And if you've seen most Yu-Gi-Oh decks consist of about 60%, or on average 40 to 60% of people's entire decks. So this basically locks them out of the deck almost permanently. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I love Secret Village of the Spellcasters, and thank you for the commenter who suggested that I put it in my deck. Because of you, bro, I'm making this video. This new Dark Magician deck, and I've worked around a lot of kinks that my old Dark Magician had. So, next we're moving on to Magician Salvation. You already know this, it was from my last deck. Obviously, 3 Dark Magical Circles. Here's one of the new cards, Super Polymerization. The reason why I run Super Polymerization is if I'm getting into sticky situations to where I only have 1 monster on the field, what I'll do is I'll activate my Super Polymerization that's on the field because it's a fucking quick play spell. I'll use their monsters, or I'll use the monsters that I really have no use for, and I'll go into something like Mud Dragon or Starving Venom Dragon. Then I'll copy the ability, or I'll change his attribute to Dark. What I'll do is, more than likely, I'll do Starving Venom Dragon, copy their monster's ability, use their monster's ability against them, and it's GG. I love this fucking deck. So moving on, we obviously have Dark Burning Magic for the entire board wipe. Called by the Grave is a new card I added in this deck, which is absolutely phenomenal for cards like Maxi and Ash Blossom. I'm thinking about boosting this up to 2, but the only problem is I don't have any UR points, and I don't have any gems to be able to get my UR points. So, I'm supposed to be running 3 Soul Servants, 2 Paleozoic Dymiscus, I have 2 of them, 2 Magician's Navigations, 2 Dogmatica Punishments, 2 Ice Dragon Prisons, 1 Skill Drain, and 2 Eternal Souls. Now this is where this is going to get a little wonky, you could say, simply for the fact of my extra deck is so different than what it used to be. So in this extra deck, I have 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and a lot of people would be like, this card doesn't seem very good on paper, but since this deck is running nothing but dark monsters, all you have to do is summon your Mud Dragon with your Super Polymerization. From your Mud Dragon, use his effect to go into dark, and here's the effect. Right here. Your opponent cannot target this card or monsters on the field with the same attribute as this card. Once per turn, you can declare 1 attribute. This card becomes that target until the end of the turn. You choose dark, your cards are untargetable. All of your cards on your field become untargetable in this deck. Do you not realize how crazy that is, since every single card in this deck is dark? Besides, even Access Code Talker and Nightmare Unicorn are dark. Holy shit! So, Mud Dragon of the Swamp is crazy in this deck. You guys already know about Dark Paladin. Reason why I have that is in case I'm going up against the Dragon deck. Pretty obvious. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. This is the new card that I was just telling you about that would allow me to copy a monster's name and effect. Then I could use that monster's effect to, let's say, have either an Omni Negate or a Power Boost or Board Wipe. Either way, I could still use that effect. 2 Dark Magicians, the Dragon Knight. The reason why I didn't use 2 copies of this card in my old deck is I wasn't aware how good this card is. It completely protects all of your back row cards. Completely protects all of your back row cards. And you don't have to worry about your back row cards because the only thing they could do is destroy Magician the Dark Dragon Knight, or whatever it's called. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight is a fucking staple card to have 2 in case they get rid of 1. So, moving on from there, we obviously have 1 Dark Cavalry. Just as that extra bonus, you get the battle damage from inflicting piercing battle damage to defense position monsters. Then you also get the Omni Negate by discarding a card, which is really good in a deck that runs Eternal Soul or cards that allow you to get shit from your graveyard. So next, we're going to move on to Ebon Illusion Magician. I'm thinking about boosting him to 2 and ditching Red Eye's Metal Flare Dragon, but I really like that burn damage that it has. That burn damage is fucking crazy. This second effect, you really don't count because all you need is that burn damage. And since this game is run off of activating effects, they're taking 500 damage every single time they activate a card, which is pretty fucking crazy. Link Spider to get my Dark Magician off the field and activate Eternal Soul. Then that goes into your Dark Magical Circle. That's a pretty bread and butter combo that's pretty, it's a pretty staple is what I meant to say. Jesus Christ. It's an easy banish. Yeah. So moving on to Link Karibo. I never had Link Karibo in this deck simply for the fact of I never used his first ability. But once I added Link Karibo into this deck, I realized I started using Magician Soul's first ability a lot more than I ever did. Which, its first ability is pretty good if you have something like Link Karibo in your deck. So next, we're going to go into Artemis. The reason why I have Artemis in this is just so I could proc off of Magician's Rod's abilities to be able to get more cards from my deck. So what I'll do is I'll go into Artemis, and then I'll use his ability to get himself from the graveyard. I would give up Artemis, get Magician's Rod back. It's just a cycle, that way I can be just a little bit more consistent with drawing my Dark Magician cards that I need. A card that I would really recommend putting into this deck would be Terraforming, just so you can get Secret Village of the Spellcasters, but I can't necessarily find a card to give up. So you really necessarily can't give up Super Polymerization, but because you have a Prediplant Verde Anaconda, you could give up one Eye of Timaeus for Terraforming, but that's just based on preference. So next, we're moving on to our Prediplant Verde Anaconda. This is going to be either your extra Eye of Timaeus, or it's going to be your extra Super Polymerization that's on the field and you get to activate it once per turn. The only problem is you can't fucking summon any other cards the turn that you would use that ability. So Super Polymerization, if you copy it, is if you're in a sticky situation. And then Eye of Timaeus, you would copy it, let's say if you already have your board set up, you already have all your magicians and shit, and you need, let's just say that, maybe that Dark Cavalry, or you need that Dark Paladin, or you need the Dark Magicians. They're there if you need them. It's very good. Next, we're going to go into Nightmare Unicorn. I've been thinking about taking Nightmare Unicorn out and replacing it for Nightmare Phoenix, but I find in most situations that Nightmare Unicorn is actually a better card to use. And the reason why I say that is because it's any card on the field you get to put back into your opponent's hand, I believe, right? Let me checky. Yeah. Just fucking... Wow. That's crazy. Shuffle it into the deck. Not even the hand. You shuffle it into the deck. That, my friends, is beautiful. And then we all know the ever so famous access code talker. And that rounds up my new Dark Magician deck. You have to try this fucking deck. It is absolutely crazy. And the fact that Starving Venom Fusion Dragon isn't banned really pisses me off, because it's such a strong fucking card and it needs to be banned, along with shit like Skill Drain and Maxi, but we're not going to get into that. It's been me shutting on gameplays, and I hope you guys enjoyed this 200 milestone deck. Peace out.